Hello, and today I'm going to be starting a 5-episode series breaking down the biggest parts of jungling to make it easier for a beginner or a less experienced player to jungle. Now, in this first episode, we need to first talk about clearing. Your clearing is very vital to junglers, as the more efficient your clear is, the stronger you will be, and the more time you'll have to impact the map. So starting off, I want to talk about first clears. There are many different clears, but they can all be placed into two different categories, as all these jungle clears share one of two plans on how to go about the game. These two categories are the farm start and the gank start. The farm start has three different clears: the full clear, the 5-camp clear, and the defensive clear. The full camp clear is when you take all 6 of your camps before going for the scuttle. This clear gives you the most possible farm and is primarily used by farming junglers like Hecarim or Lilia. The 5-camp clear is the same idea as the full clear, but is used by champions that aren't as fast at clearing camps, so they can't clear 6 camps by the time the scuttle comes around, and so they skip 1 camp. But the idea is the same as the full clear. Lastly, we have the defensive clear, which is a full clear that takes their camps in a specific order to try and avoid an enemy jungler that is trying to invade on them. It is slower than the full clear, but it helps to avoid early invades. Now, for ganking starts, we have the 3-camp and 4-camp clear. Now, an important thing to note is that the farming clears can gank after their clear, but ganking starts focus on ganking earlier, allowing them to gank more and to gank when they have a level lead over the enemy that they are ganking. Now, the 3-camp clear can be done in many ways, but focuses on getting level 3 off of clearing only 3 camps. The most common is double buff and grump, but you can also get level 3 by clearing 1 full side of your jungle. This clear lets you hit level 3 as soon as you can to gank the enemy early and jump them while they are not as strong as you. The 4-camp clear is just like the 3-camp clear, but adds another camp before ganking. This is usually either the Raptors or Wolves, depending on your champion, and still wants to gank early, but wants to fit 1 camp in there to help them not fall too far behind in CS. Alright, now that you know the first clears, we need to discuss how to clear more efficiently. For this, there are 2 main things to help achieve this. The first is understanding that the jungle item burns the camp, and if they are low enough, you can walk away and let the burn finish off the camps, speeding up your clear. But you do have to keep in mind that the camps have a patience bar, and if they lose patience, they will reset and heal back to full. Another thing to note is that the burn actually does not kill the red buff and blue buff. It'll leave them at 1 HP, and the reason for this is to help junglers give the buff off to their mid laner. So you will have to keep in mind that you will have to finish off the red and blue buff, but the other camps will die to burn. The other important thing to keep in mind is kiting camps. This is helpful to speed up your clear even faster and leave you more healthy afterwards. Kiting is when you move backwards in between auto attacks to pull the camp closer towards your next destination. Note that there is a wind up time in between your auto attacks, so if you're kiting efficiently, you will not lose damage on these camps. This will also give the enemy camps less time to attack you, leaving you with more HP. Now, this is pretty difficult to learn how to effectively kite, so I recommend going into Practice Tool and practicing it, because if you're kiting too much in between each auto attack, then you will be losing damage, as you are focusing on moving in between each auto and not trying to move more than your auto attack wind-up time. I recommend practicing your first clear in Practice Tool to get more comfortable with these mechanics and shave more time off your clear. But that is all for the first video. I recommend watching my other Jungle Academy videos and subscribing, but until then, have a good day. Goodbye.